Welcome to Project Management. Today we will learn about project management approaches. Basically, there are three types of project management approaches. First one is predictive approach, second one is adaptive approach, and the third one is hybrid approach. In predictive approach, basically this approach is called traditional approach because it follows waterfall like process. In this approach, the time, cost, and scope of the project is predetermined. First of all, we plan, design, and sign off from all the stakeholders. Then we start and implement the project. Basically, in this approach, all the scope of the project is well defined before the start of the project. All the requirements has been elaborated before the start of the project. What resources, what physical, financial resources are required. There is no massive change during the implementation of this approach. And more emphasis is done at the planning phase of the project because in this approach, in detail planning is done, then project is started. And in this type, different phases of the project are completed step by step, just like after completion of first phase, the second phase would be started. The basic purpose of this approach is to manage cost because the time, cost, and scope are predetermined. Uh, Such projects are included in this project where more physical efforts are required. Examples of this predictive approach where the construction of roads, buildings, vehicles are all examples of predictive approach. The second one approach of project management is adaptive. It is the best approach when the requirements of the projects are not clear, are uncertain at the start of the project. Second one, we don't exactly know what requirements are required. So throughout the project, the requirements are changing. So dynamic requirements are done in this approach. It also allows more flexibility and adaptation throughout the project life cycle. It encourages continuous collaboration of different stakeholders in the project implementation. And during this approach, it embraces changes as a natural part of the process. In the predictive approach, we cannot change massively, but in this approach, we say it is a natural way to change during the process. The basic purpose of this adaptive approach is correct solution on the basis of customer feedback. We give more value to the customer on their feedback. We bring changes in the outlay of the project. Basically, these are the project where no physical wastage is required. The changes can be brought easily during the implementation of the project. The changing are done on the requirement of the customers. The examples of these projects are all digital projects such as developing websites, ads for TV. All these projects are basically fall in the adaptive approach. The third one category is hybrid approach. As its name is clear that it is a combination of both predictive as well as adaptive approach. Basically, the projects having varying degree of uncertainty and flexibility, this project approach is used. In this approach, high level of stakeholders are involved and more in-depth requirements are done to complete the projects. Basically, we can say these projects are somewhat complicated and complex projects. So, pre and predetermined and the second one adaptive. Both approaches are combined in this approach. It allows change to some extent, such as some elements of the projects are well defined and constant, whereas the others are subject to change during the implementation of the project to acquire to achieve the goals. Thank you so much.